Hello, I'm Bookface, and hold on a sec. Whatever. Okay, so the intro sucks. We're talking about dogs. I like dogs. That's basically my intro. So if you remember way far back, we did a little video on devil dogs, or whatever else you might want to call them. And for some reason, that video actually got popular, and I don't know why. Let's see, what did that actually cut? You kidding me? See, apparently a really old reference actually got the video views, which is kind of funny, but also like, why though? And yeah, one thing I will say from my intro that I am going to keep is saying I'm going to try not to draw these out as much, because sometimes I don't have that much to say. Sometimes, hey, get into the spookiness. And that's where we are right now. So with all that out of the way, let's jump right in. Woo! First up, we got Garm, which is kind of the oddball of this because I mostly wanted this to be about like different kinds of spooky devil dog things, but this is kind of a specific one. But also I read the description, I'm like, yeah, this is way too cool. I wanted to draw Garm. It's a giant dog from Norse myth. And like I said, big, individual, specific dog with a name. You know, if something in myth has a name, it's drastically important. And you might be thinking, hey, doesn't Norse myth also have a giant wolf? Canine of some kind? And you're right, Fenrir. But apparently they aren't actually related in any way, which is interesting. Garm is thought to have 4 eyes and is supposed to be covered in blood. Well, ain't that just cute? You can dump as much blood on that dog as you want. Just recreate the last scene of Carrie. It's still a puppo. I'm still gonna pet it. I may end up like Tyr, but you know, worth it. If you know Norse myth enough, that's a funny joke. Or maybe it's not, I don't know. Garm lives in the cavern of Grippa in Niflheim, which is that's not the realm of the dead, that's Helheim. It's Niflheim. Where you go when you got the sniffles. It's Niflheim. I think Niflheim is just like the greater realm of the dead, like kind of the underworld. See, Norse myth can't be as simple as, oh yeah, here's the underworld, here's the overworld, here's the nether. It has to be like, oh no, here's Underworld number 1, here's Underworld number 2, here's Underworld 2 Electric Boogaloo, here's Undertale. Yeah, here's Undertale. And it's just, part of me wanted to add one of the Norse Underworld in my Underworld video. I could do an entire video. I could do like 3 whole videos on Norse Underworlds, probably, and still not repeat anything. Because that's how Norse myth is. Anyways, it also snores the souls of people who were stingy with the poor in life. As Garm once said, eat the rich. And he meant it. Iconic. And it's thought that Garm will howl at the beginning and at the end of Ragnarok. This is essentially, since this dog doesn't have like a house that it can bark at every car that drives by. Call outpost to my dogs. But it's like, hey, is that the apocalypse? And one thing notable in Ragnarok is mutually assured destruction. Let's hope we don't follow that too closely. And Garm meets this mutually assured destruction with the god Tyr. Ah, dang it, Tyr, I was rooting for you. How could I not side with the doggo? Also, how does it howl at the end of Ragnarok if it dies during Ragnarok? Magic dog, I guess. Next up we have the Dug, which is a Manx hellhound, which is, say, from the Isle of Man. Oh, man. Comedy Gold! It was also sometimes called Mod-Doo. It's the rip-off Scooby-Doo where it's the opposite. It's actually a supernatural group of people trying to find regular people. The unmasking part is very unsettling. And this creature was thought to inhabit the Peel Castle. Well, that sounds like a very appealing doghouse. Creature was the size of a calf, had eyes like pewter plates. I swear, there's some supernatural, and you just go like, who took all of my fine china and jammed it in their eye holes? And this dog's just kind of looking guilty. Maybe. I mean, it's kind of hard when it has plates for eyes. It's thought to resemble a giant spaniel with very shaggy hair. See, Shaggy, I told you, it is reverse Scooby-Doo. Better run! And it attacks anyone who sees it. He's a bashful little boy. Kind of reminds me of SCP... this thing. Lastly, we have the Alfhawker. It's named this because that's what you say when it bites you. Just say it real quick and let me know if you get it. This was a Germanic creature, also called a huckup. Oh, come on, they're just making it too easy now, really? Give me a challenge. It's a giant demonic dog creature very similar to the Clud of Belgian myth. Some believe that Alfhawker translates to leap upon. Say it with me now. Death from above! It was believed to attack people who traveled empty roads at night and was often near crossroads. See, kids, this is why you never walk anywhere. Just stay inside like a hermit. Like me! and it was thought that it could shapeshift into domestic animals, humans, and of course a big black dog. It sometimes fits the description, but sometimes not. Not quite. Sometimes it would also appear as like a horse and trick people into riding it and then jump into a marsh, a swamp, or a river or something. It sounds strangely familiar. The creature would walk on its hind legs and raise itself higher and higher and higher until it reached its victim's throat. I just love the idea of this dog standing on his back legs and just like, I don't know, stretching. Do its legs just get real tall? You know, considering this thing is possibly supposed to mean leap upon, you'd think that they would leap. Alternatively, it may actually do what I just said. It may jump on its victim's back and keep itself stuck by digging its talons in before ripping out their throat. Bad doggy. And while on the person's back, it would also often become heavier and heavier, causing the victim to die from trauma. That also sounds weirdly familiar. Is it just the reference-filled black dog? This creature can't be killed, but will leave if it's hit by the light of dawn or if they hear a church bell. Okay, so here's the idea. What if you hit it with the church bell? Like some giant staff. And you just dong. You'd probably go deaf after one go, but you know, it would be pretty cool and you wouldn't have your throat ripped out or have to see a dog with long, long legs. So there we have 3 more devil dogs. And, I don't have a conclusion. I like dogs. That is the only conclusion this video needs. If you also like dogs, put it in the comments. God. You know how YouTubers and literally any social media person ever is like, leave a like if you just breathed. Leave a like if your heart is beating. Yeah, I don't like the video if you want to. I don't care. I'm tired. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Did I mention the fact that it's October now? It's spooky month. It is, so I'm gonna be extra spooky this month, in case you couldn't tell by my very much not threatening tone of voice. Anyways, whatever. First scare, the perfect cry. Let's just end this. Bye!